and welcome to another edition of And There You Have It, stories from almost 40 years in local television. I used to have this show on Channel 5, a sports show called Sports Plus that ran for about 20 years, 10:30 to 11:30 on Sunday nights. And we had an amazing roster of guests through the years. And one night, back in 1992, we had both Bill Walton and Andy Van Slyke as our special guests. Now, Bill Walton, of course, the great basketball player, one of the greatest players in NCAA basketball history. Andy Van Slyke was a Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder. The Pittsburgh Pirates had just lost in Game 7 of the NLCS to the Atlanta Braves. The Pirates led 2-1 in the ninth inning, and then, of course, the famous Cabrera hit. Sid Bream slides in safely. Andy Van Slyke in center field is devastated. He was a very well-known baseball player, one of the finest players in the league at the time. He also happened to be my next-door neighbor. Anyway, so they're in the green room as I'm on the air, and they're both waiting for their spots to come on. And they strike up a conversation, and apparently it was very pleasant. They enjoyed each other's conversation very much. And just before Bill Walton was supposed to come out, he says to Andy, "What's your name again, and what do you do?" Well, Andy was a little insulted by this, because they had been conversing for this period of time. But maybe Bill Walton wasn't a baseball fan. Anyway, Bill Walton comes out and does his spot, and then Andy comes out later and he says, "Don't you ever put me in the same room as him again." I learned a valuable lesson that night. Always have someone introduce the green room guests to each other. And there you have it. More stories next week.